Imagine dedicating over a decade to Pokemon only to quit because fans won't respect your boundaries. Not because of burnout, not because he stopped caring, but partially because people kept touching him inappropriately.
At 5 of those tournaments, I was groped. I don't like that this is happening.
When the world champion says tournaments aren't fun anymore because of issues outside of the actual game you're playing, you know there's issues. So Rattle Pokemon then makes this video.
What seems like a man who cried Wolfey. Now, I don't want to doubt anyone saying that something bad happened to them. No one should be doing anything of the sort. If it did happen, I want to make that very clear in the beginning here because I know the attention span of the hate mob is going to be very low.
I don't like how he did word that. He's like, if it did happen. So he's already calling it into question, but we'll continue here.
If this happened?
He says if again, which is strange, but we'll keep watching.
Why is this coming out now?
It's not like a fallacy, but it's a little weird to me when he says, why is this coming out now? It's a question that can be answered, but it's like when you ask the question and don't answer it, it's like because you want people to connect dots in their head, right? So
when you're making a claim like that these people, who are the people? Who were they? Did you contact staff at that point in time? If someone grabs your D, you should be notifying staff and getting them removed from the event. Like, what in the... What are we smoking? After getting caught cheating, the Dream Ball Raichu Wolf lied about breeding 2 hacked Pokemon being legal in a now deleted video. Why was the video deleted?
So he's like asking other questions like, why was the video deleted? Probably because he was cheating. WolfeyVGC probably was cheating using hacked Pokemon, but that should probably be a separate video. So before the dust can even settle, PokeNE chimes back saying that logic doesn't hold up. And here's some clips I wanted to show you.
This is wild. He might not have even been able to identify a specific person.
So Rattle was like, how come he didn't come forward about this? And PokeNE's like, maybe he couldn't identify anybody. Like, there's a simple response right there, a potential answer. And then,
why didn't you have the groper removed earlier? Why are you telling people this now? It's so tone deaf that it's nauseating. Man gets vulnerable, talks about sexual assault online for 30 minutes, but we can't really trust him because 13 years ago he cheated in a video game, allegedly. He's got Reddit mod Fedora incel energy.
So to any fans out there, you can love the game, you can love the creators, and you can love the hobby without getting all grabby on the creators when you see them in person. I think we should just start there, right? WolfeyVGC using this as one of the many reasons why he's leaving competition. I don't think this should be a witch hunt, saying, well, maybe you're lying because you cheated back in the day, maybe. I think this should be more of a wake-up call to the community. Like, there's levels here. So my man Opossum Bud chimes in here.
I just think it's reckless for you to make the actual claim that maybe we shouldn't believe him because he's got a questionable past. Maybe this is something that's like, maybe we should use a little discretion. I'm not gonna fucking defend Wolf over here. I'm not a Wolf glazer by any stretch of the imagination. It's just crazy this is brought forward, and the first thing that we're gonna say is let's not take it seriously. No, we always need to take that seriously. We always need to take that kind of shit in our community seriously. Well, how come you didn't report this? How come nothing's happening with this? How do you know nothing got reported? How do you know nothing's being taken? How do you know no one's being pushed front and forth for this? It needs to be taken seriously. It at least needs to be looked at. It at least needs to be fucking done a little bit more carefully than, well, let's not take this seriously until we see, you know, if the VGC stuff comes. It's crazy.
Kira chimes in, and I like what she says here.
Of the victim to ensure that nobody else gets harmed. The fault only lies with the person committing the act. It's never a victim's fault for not speaking up right away. Like, holy shit, dude. And there are plenty of reasons why a victim might not speak up right away. Like, because he kept saying, like, well, why now? Why is he doing this now? There's plenty of reasons why he didn't speak up until right now. Instead of just owning up to your shit and being like, hey, that was really shitty of me to say. I shouldn't have said it like that. I apologize, blah, blah, blah. You decided to double down and argue with your viewers. These two things are not intertwined. This should have been a separate video, but you can't do that, can you, Rattle? You can't just make a video being like, damn, I was wrong and I'm sorry. It has to be, okay, I was kind of wrong and I'm kind of sorry, but also fuck PokeNE. Should have been 2 separate videos, dude.
So what she's referencing is Rattle's response to PokeNE, and there's 3 clips I want to show you from this that kind of bring all of the context together.
A good point by several people. who said that a victim might be hesitant to come forward. I get that. I think it does take courage to come forward if something of the sort happens to you.
And if you think you need to clarify a point that maybe people didn't understand, or maybe you didn't say it in the right way, then you should clarify that. And here's another clip from this I wanted to show.
What happens when someone falsely claims that PokeNE put his hands down their pants at an event? What if they claimed that you, the viewer, did that?
So here he's pointing out there are false allegations, which, sure, that can happen. I think he's, again, kind of missing the point here. He's saying, should somebody take your word for it? Just because you don't automatically believe everybody because there's a percentage that they might be lying, that doesn't mean you make a video saying they cried woof. That's a completely different thing, because you're not being cautious that he might be lying here. You are saying he's a liar. This is all just my opinion, by the way, but here's the last clip I wanted to show you.
We have to take it into consideration. We have to take it seriously. But yes, you have to look into every example here. There have been people, there will continue to be people who make false claims.
Yes, it's true that someone could be lying. If you're going to say he's a liar, or allude to the fact that he's a liar and call all these things into question, you need more evidence than he cheated in a video game, right? So I'm a fan of Rattle, and I'm also a fan of PokeNE, and I have the highest Pokemon Incel energy of them all, way higher than Rattle, and looking at PokeNE's hair makes me jealous. So looking at these videos, I mean, I do think Rattle Pokemon has done real good for the hobby. He calls out fake scammers, he calls out whatnot scammers, and he's probably actually saved people real money. That's a good thing. He brings up a tweet talking about the Love Ball, and it wasn't a Love Ball. A lot of people are saying it was a Cherish Ball Raichu that was available in the 2015 Pika World Cup. It was available. It was just that Pikachu in the Cherish Ball with Fake Out and Lightning Rod was legal to obtain. But Wolfey probably didn't get it legally. Let's just be fair. With the IVs it had, probably didn't do it. But here's the thing that I think he's missing. That's all besides the point here. Like, how do you go from investigating whatnot scammers to completely entering the timeline where hacked Pokemon are more controversial than someone saying he was groped? So I personally do think that Rattle's latest video loses the plot. I think harassment allegations don't suddenly become less real because you cheated 15 years ago. And let's just say it, Wolfey did cheat. Some builds are over 1 in a trillion, like getting a shiny Pokemon with perfect IVs in every stat except attack, because attack is 0 and it has a nature that has negative attack, so that if it gets confused and attacks himself, it does minimal damage. Like, that is astronomical. It's not about a casual grind, it's about your entire 20s are gone, because if you step on stage, you're going to lose to somebody who has the better Pokemon who did cheat. That's how it was. But talking about that in response to a video about him saying he got touched inappropriately misses the point. It's not, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would anybody join the Pokemon space right now when this is how we react? And I don't even think this drama is necessarily even bad for the Pokemon community. Here's another take. I think it exposes problems, and that's probably a good thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to, like, hand out moral gym badges. I like both of these guys. I'm still sub to Rattle, and I'm still sub to PokeNE. I'm subscribed to all these guys. I want to know what's going on. Kind of like how you should subscribe to me by hitting that subscribe button right now, just saying. When the champion says he's done because of harassment, and I'm downplaying it by calling it harassment, why would the headline become, was his Raichu hacked? This is Bizarro World. When you're a hammer, you see every problem as a nail. And when you're always doing these investigations, you're always going to try to question everything. That's the thing. You even question what you think is a fact. You have to question everything. But trying to connect the dots when there are none, that's a bad thing. So in my humble opinion, I think Rattle Pokemon did lose the plot in that video. I don't know why you thought that video was good and then put it out. Like, I don't know what you were thinking, man. So if you're still watching me ramble and getting these drama views, then you leave a comment saying who you think was right, who you think was wrong, because the loudest voice always wins. Okay, subscribe. Okay, bye.